Welcome to Mysteries and Crime. I'm your host, Melissa Thompson. Today marks 47 days since Summer Moon Utah Wells has gone missing, and boy, do we have a lot to talk about. First, I wanted to start out with Donald's Facebook messages, and I know all of you guys have lots of opinions about this one. So let's start with Wednesday's post that he made. Now, I looked up this prophet, Ellen White, that he refers to, and basically she claims that she's seen thousands and thousands of visions of her talking to Jesus, okay? She is also the co-founder of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So they learn a lot about her, and she has many books out, and I believe she also has like 100,000-page manuscript that she wrote during her life, and they release in pieces. So she's a big part of the church. So on Wednesday, Donald wrote, in 1830, when Ellen White was accomplishing her work for the seventh day, did you know that Satan set up 4 false churches to counter the truth? You probably couldn't count the false churches today. Okay? Now, I think in that little tidbit that he wrote, he is saying that he believes there's liars around him. Okay? And I believe, in my opinion, that he thinks those liars are close. Okay? Let's move on. On Friday, this past Friday, he put up an adorable picture of Summer, and he wrote this. I had no idea how evil this world was until I earnestly tried to learn and try my best to follow in Christ's steps. He warned us what to expect, evil. He took my most precious love, and she loves me with all her heart. That's why I hurt so bad. I couldn't save the one who loves me the most. I will probably not see her again in this ugly, nasty world. But I claim the promise, if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just and will forgive our sins and purify us. I also claim the promise in John 8:31 that if we keep His commands, we are really His disciples. I will do His work proudly no matter what Satan says. You can take my life too, like you took Jesus's and all the apostles and Christians. But in the end, I will be with God, Jesus, all real Christians, church family, and my beautiful daughter. Okay, so again, he's using his religion, and to me, it almost seems like he's asking for some type of forgiveness from God. I don't know what he's asking forgiveness for, but that post seems to clarify that. And then you will see another post that he makes that really asks for forgiveness. Now, this post from, I believe this one was from Saturday. This made me incredibly angry, and I'd like your thoughts on this one. He writes, David Radar. If you don't know who David Radar is, he is the director of the Midwest section of Texas EquuSearch, which is a nonprofit organization that helps to look for missing people. And as a first responder, I feel incredibly angry over this post. So here we go. David Radar, you talk a lot, but can you hear? You expect us to bow down to you, but we only bow down to God. We have been saying from the beginning, quote, she's been abducted. If you could shut that big mouth of yours, maybe you could hear. Would you and authorities be looking in all these dumb places if she was abducted? No. Sorry, I'm very, very upset, but all these search teams are wasting time. Can you hear? Just wow, in my opinion. That is disgusting to me because those men and women are doing this out of their own free time. They do not get paid for this, and they're going on rough terrain searching for your daughter, and you throw them under the bus and say that they're looking in dumb places. Well, if they're looking in dumb places, Donald, where should they be looking? They need to look somewhere to make sure that she isn't in these places. And when they did the search last weekend, they were sure that she wasn't in the places that they checked. David said 2 of the girls that are on his team were confronted by a bear. And you have the nerve to say this about Texas EquuSearch, who has done nothing but good and have been out twice looking for your child? I just feel incredibly angry over that. And David just wants to bring that little girl home like the rest of us. Yet he's the one out there searching for her with his team, and you have the nerve to say that about him? Shame on you, Donald Wells. Let's move on. The next post he says, I'm not supposed to say anything. Not supposed to defend myself, Candace, or Summer. I don't know what he's defending Summer about. I never heard anything negative about Summer, but okay. I know, and I mean I know. She was abducted. Okay, Donald? If this were your daughter and hardly anyone listened to you, but made it a point to make fun of the situation, how would you react? I haven't seen anyone making fun of the situation that a 5-year-old little girl is missing. So I don't know where you're getting that from, unless you're talking about the people that are going on about your house. And I don't fault you guys on that. I mean, the money situation is the money situation, but I don't see anybody making fun of this little girl going missing. Moving on. Knowing while all these supposed professional search teams are wasting time and poking fun at your expense, how would you feel? Again, I think he's blaming Texas EquuSearch again, but they were not making fun. They're looking at all the evidence is what they're looking at. And they're using past experience to figure out what's going on here, Donald. So, again, you're being incredibly rude. And I think David Radar and Tim Miller are absolute heroes, as well as the rest of the people on their team. And you doing this, it's despicable to me. If they would have listened to me and blocked all roads leading out of our area, maybe things would be different. Okay, so now here, instead of the search team, he throws the authorities under the bus. Maybe my Summer would be with me now. Why is it okay for these hypocrites to say evil things about us constantly? We can say nothing. I think you've been saying enough, Donald. I'm just going to say this. When they brought the bloodhound and it smelled Summer's clothes, it went straight down the dog trail right next to the yellow generator to the road and circled, meaning end of trail. Now, I found that interesting because when Chris McDonough from the interview room did his interview with Candace, he asked her about that generator. Like, he made notice of that. I'm pretty sure he made notice of quite a few things. So I found that quite interesting. And he also asked Candace where the dog trail was, and she didn't have any idea what he was talking about. Either that or she was lying, but I don't think that she was. I don't think she knows what dog trail Donna's talking about. And I think that there's probably multiple, because Chris said that the dogs came out of the woods when he pulled up on the property. So that's something. Moving on. Why hasn't been there... sorry about that, guys. Why hasn't there been a profile of abductor? Okay. Now, the behavioral analyst unit would do a profile. But here's the thing. He doesn't know what they're doing. They don't discuss this investigation with him. I think they know exactly where this investigation is leading, and they're not going to discuss whether they have a profile or not with you. So, again, Donald, I'm not agreeing with you there. Or possibly different types of abductors. It could possibly be. Sorry for losing my cool. I'm trying to say is quite wasting time, and think of terms where an abductor might take her, please. I'm begging for my daughter's life, and thank you to who are trying helping, and to others, I guess I have to pray for you. Next one. I pray for everyone. I don't mean to jump on anyone. I'm sorry. But as I write this, the abductor is probably sitting back and laughing. God knows the heart, and he will bring it all out in time. All praise be our living God forever. Please forgive me. Please forgive you for what, Donald? You know, Rose Meyer wrote a post. I'm not sure what date it was. But when she spoke to Chasing Truth, she said how Donald was a very controlling man. Rose Meyer had no love for Donald, and neither did he have love for her. They did not like each other. She told Chasing Truth this. Now, she also said he's very demanding, and we know that Candace had that restraining order last year in October where she said she feared for herself and her children's lives. Now, I do believe something, in my opinion, is going on there. He's old school, like Old Testament way of punishment, I believe, in my opinion. And I believe Candace is definitely controlled in that relationship. He's the man of the house, and everything goes the way he wants it to go. And Rose Meyer told Chasing Truth that from the beginning, the get-go, Donald said he was going to be the spokesperson for the family, which is quite crazy because he wasn't there when Summer went missing, okay? But he's relaying a story that his wife and possibly his mother-in-law told him. So I think if we do see deception from Donald, it's possible we're getting the deception because he was told a story and he's repeating that story. Now, let's go back to Candace's last interview with the interview room with Chris McDonough. I believe the majority of what she said, okay? I really do. I do not believe this was a dry drowning because, first of all, I think authorities would have known from the boys whether or not Summer made it home that day, okay? I believe the boys definitely saw Summer, okay? If anything happened, I believe it happened at the house. And I don't believe it was malicious, honestly. I've thought about this for a while. I've spoken to my husband about it. I can't find an exact motive of why any of them would hurt her, truthfully. You know, I don't believe that Candace would hurt her daughter on purpose. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe that happened and somebody panicked and hid the body. But I really believe that the majority of what she said to Chris McDonough was the truth. Now, however, saying that, I think there's a part we're missing when they get home. Because something happens, and the next thing you know, Summer is playing in the kitchen with her toys. Now, we were told her toys were kept down in the basement, okay? So did Summer go down in the basement and get her toys and bring them up to the kitchen? And if she did, what were Mom and Grandma doing at that time, okay? Because Candace said then she goes in, Summer's playing on the floor in the kitchen with her toys, and then they ask her if she wants to plant the cactuses. Okay, so there seems to be something missing through that timeline. The rest of the day, from the time they drop Grandma off at the hospital to the time that they get home, that definitely seems like that's truth of what happened, where they went that day, what they did, okay? I'm not seeing deception there. I feel like there's definitely something missing when we get home to the property. Okay? That's where I feel things have gone astray. But again, I can't feel in my heart, I can't find a motive. It's not like they have an insurance policy on this child. I mean, I know that there are all kinds of theories about selling her for drugs and stuff. I'm not seeing that yet. But I am remaining open to all possibilities. Now, if this was an abductor, I mean, the stars would have to be aligned for this abductor to take her. I mean, because seeing the layout of the home, to know that the stairs are under, like, that island like that, I mean, you would have had to have been in that house. You would have to go past 3 boys, right? Or you tried the back door, but according to Candace, it was locked, okay? Now, I want to mention something to you while we're at the basement door. There's a channel, his name is Don Buchanan, I believe. Now, he talked to Robin Lane. Now, Robin Lane is Summer's Sabbath school teacher. Robin said she was on the side of Candace and Dawn and the grandma, okay? She said she went to the property with David Dotson the night Summer went missing. She's telling this to David Buchanan. I will link his channel below. She said Candace showed them something about the door. She told them one thing. Well, Robin got a copy of the police report, and she said Candace told authorities something totally different about that basement door than she told her and David Dotson. And then she told Don Buchanan, she goes, that's when I stopped believing in them. So it seems like the church people are starting to pull away from them because they're starting to see red flags go up. Now, I am very curious as to what was told to Robin and what was told to authorities about the basement door. Because Chris McDonough says there's 2 locks on that door. And it seems almost like Chris said a habit of her to lock the door. And at the beginning of the interview, she said the boys were locked in tightly into that house. So it seems like that's a habit of hers, that when she goes out and she leaves the children home alone, they're locked in, like nobody could come in or out, okay? So what changed with that basement door? You know, Robin has been participating in so many things. Like, she went and thanked EquiSearch, took a picture with them, and Don and Candace did nothing. You know, Donald just threw them under the bus is all he did. He throws them under the bus. He throws the reporters on the bus. He throws everybody under the bus, it seems like. Everything is everyone else's fault. And he's this godly Christian man who can do no wrong, which, in my opinion, I don't believe that. Donald has his own demons. He said that he lost his cool. He started drinking again when somebody made comments about what he did to Summer. And if he wants his children back, he needs to keep clean. You know, I've seen so many people say what I said in my last video, that Candace needs help with that home. She needs, like, I don't even know if she knows where to start in that situation. There's so many things to be done. And I do hear that there are so many people that want to help them fix that house up, because I think they feel sorry for the children. Those boys lost their sister and the only home they have ever known. So that's all going on. You know, they had their dirt bikes there, and I saw a basketball hoop, and I'm sure they loved running outdoors and all that property. I'm sure it was a lot of fun. Now, they did go to juvenile court again this week. They say they have a lawyer, but I think that lawyer is for family court for the boys. Now, supposedly that lawyer told Donald and Candace to zip it. Be quiet, don't say anything, don't grant interviews, which I agree 100% with. That would be the smartest thing that they could do, is to be quiet. But Donald doesn't seem to get that message because he keeps posting all kinds of nonsense on Facebook. Like he's gone bananas over what people are saying about them. Now, I haven't seen Candace posting anything, which is a good thing. Keep quiet. Now, Chris McDonough from the interview room, he has a video coming out tonight. I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern time. And he says that Donald says there's a gag order and to go away. So I'm very curious, did Donald say that to Chris? Like, did he not grant Chris that interview that he was going to do? And I wonder if he's listening to his attorney on that. Are they starting to see the walls closing in on them? I don't know. But I'm assuming that we're going to start to see some pieces fall through. Like, they're going to start to click together, because I think tech is going to come back within the next week or two. And when that tech comes back, I think that's going to help authorities a lot. Where who was where and when and what they were doing. And, if somebody did move her body, they're going to be able to track that. What if they ever find her body? I don't know. I hope so. Like, I want to believe that she's alive, but it's been 47 days, you guys. Like, that's not a good outcome. And we know that from the missing children, the statistics that tell us, those first 3 hours are crucial. And it's been 47 days. 47 days without knowing where this beautiful little girl is, okay? So I love to know what you guys are thinking about what Donald said and what he's said to Chris McDonough, that there's a gag order. If there's a gag order, I think it's only pertaining to the boys right now, because there have been no arrests made in Summer Wells' disappearance. So I believe the judge probably put a gag order on discussing anything going on in family court with the boys. Like why they were taken, who has them, what's going on in the situation. And I really think that should be kept from us, because it really isn't any of our business to know that. What's our business is finding out where Summer is. And again, I'm feeling very, very upset about him throwing Texas EquiSearch like under the bus like that. That is just horrible. Helping people in the medical field, I've had so many people thank me, like, you helped save my family member. And they were so gracious and thankful. And my husband has witnessed that as well. And the thing that scares me and my husband is that these two are not grateful for authorities, the rescue squad, EquiSearch, and all the other entities that have went searching for their daughter in rough terrain, in hot weather. But they did this, and they did this for days and days and days. And this is how you treat them? You treat them like they're muck at the bottom of your shoe? Seriously, Donald? Like, you claim to be a Christian man, and yet this is how you treat the people that are volunteering their time looking for your child. They said that they've had to climb down with ropes and everything. Everybody has been looking for your daughter. who you say loves you more than anything. So if you truly believe that and you're truly a religious man, how could you think that others have malicious intentions when they're going out looking for your child? They're risking their life looking for your child. And you are not grateful. Neither one of you have shown any thanks to any of them. And to say that authorities don't know what they're doing with their job, this is what they do every day. FBI is in on this. TBI is in on this. They know where this investigation is going, Donald. They know way better than you. The problem is you want to know what they know, and they're not going to tell you that, Donald. So you keep throwing people under the bus, and you're going to make enemies that way. People are already suspect of your family as it is, and to do this just makes matters worse. And I really feel upset over your allegations towards these people, because I have spent so many years volunteering and a medical career helping and rescuing people, as well as my husband did. So you've hurt all of us that do that for a living and as volunteers. You have no right to do that. Everybody just wants to bring Summer home safely, alive, and healthy. But you have to stop doing this. Maybe you need forgiveness for what you're saying, Donald. It's not about everybody else. It's what you're saying. And maybe you need to learn how to treat everybody with some respect, especially your wife. Because according to Rose Meyer, you don't seem to know how to do that. You know, this is my opinion, Donald, but I think you need to stop posting. I think you need to just zip it for a while. And I'm waiting and let the cards fall where they may and see where this evidence takes us. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope to see you all at Chris McDonough's video tonight. And if you have any cases you want to discuss, let me know in the comments below. I would love to chat with you all. Let's send out prayers and good wishes to Summer and her brothers and her mom and dad. Whether we believe they did something or not, let's be better than hateful, okay? I will move on and forgive him for throwing the rescue workers and authorities under the bus. But I just think we should do better. And that's all I have. So I hope all of you have been enjoying your weekend. And I will see you guys real soon. I would love it if you would subscribe and be a part of this community. I love chatting with you all. You guys have amazing theories, and your questions are wonderful, and you guys are amazing, and your comments make me smile. So I really appreciate that. I will see you real soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.